Okay, thank you for attending the Montclair City Council meeting. We'll begin the meeting at this time, and we'll begin with the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance, and I'll have the city clerk announce those two individuals.
Tonight's invocation will be given by Diana Delgado of Chaplain of the Streets, and the Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Mayor Pro Tem Martinez.
Great, please stand.
Good evening, everyone. Praise the Lord. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we commit this meeting to you. We thank you for our city, our mayor, and all of our elected officials, the businesses, the churches, the residents, and the first responders that keep our city safe. May our city be known as a city of peace and hope, a city with happy homes, a city that cares for the needy, and a city that welcomes all. Even if we have different opinions, may we do all things decently and in order tonight. Give our mayor, our council members wisdom and guidance as they deliberate on items before them. May every decision be righteous in your sight for our benefit and for your glory. Help us to work together as a team. In the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And can we get the roll call?
Councilmember Mendez,
Here.
Councilmember Lopez,
I'm here.
Councilmember Rue,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Martinez,
Here.
and Mayor Dutray.
Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is public communication. This is an opportunity for members of the public to address the city council. Instructions on how to address the city council is on the first page of the media agenda. Members of the public may provide comments to the city council on any of the items listed on the agenda or any matters not listed on the agenda that fall within the city's subject matter jurisdiction. Pursuant to the Ralph Brown Act, the City Council may not engage in discussion or take action items not listed on the agenda. Speakers will have a maximum of 5 minutes total to address the City Council on non-agenda items, a maximum of 5 minutes for agenda items. And of course, in accordance with Chapter 2 of the Montclair Municipal Code and within the California Government Code, any person, including remote and present audience members, speakers, are prohibited from engaging in behavior that disrupts the meeting proceedings. So with that, City Clerk, do you have any speakers tonight?
Yes, I have 3 speaker cards. The
Three
first,
speaker, go ahead.
Yes, the first speaker is Candace Concepcion.
Okay, come on up, Candace. And welcome.
Hi. Good evening, Mayor, council members, and city staff. My name is Candace, and I'm a resident and new tenant of Village at Montclair Apartments.
Can you speak a little louder or
Is this
lower
okay?
that? There we are.
Okay. My name is Candace, and I'm a resident and new tenant of Village at Montclair Apartments located at 503 Birch Street. I'm here tonight because I have serious concerns about the safety of my apartment complex and the surrounding neighborhood. I'm here tonight. Recently, a man entered my apartment building, came to my front door, and attempted to gain access to my unit. When he was unable to get inside, he walked around to my patio and tried to enter from there. He came dangerously close to getting into my home. I immediately contacted the Montclair Police Department, and I appreciate the officer's quick response and the arrest that was made. However, the experience left me feeling shaken and concerned for my safety. Unfortunately, this was not an isolated incident. Yesterday evening, another transient individual entered my patio area and fell asleep there. I did not realize anyone was there until I attempted to take my dog out for a walk before leaving for work this morning. Finding a stranger on my patio was both frightening and deeply unsettling. One of my greatest concerns is the gate that connects the Montclair Trans Center area to our apartment complex. The gate is frequently left open, allowing people to enter the property freely. As a result, residents have experienced trespassing, loitering, and other safety concerns. The situation leaves both me and my neighbors feeling vulnerable inside of our homes. I understand that the Montclair Trans Center is an important part of our community, but residents living nearby should not have to sacrifice their sense of security. I respectfully ask the city to work with our property management to address these concerns by increasing patrols, improving security measures, ensuring that gates remain secured, and taking additional steps to protect the residents who live in the area. Everyone deserves to feel safe where they live. I hope the city will take these concerns seriously and work toward meaningful solutions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next speaker is Leslie Franco.
Hello, Leslie.
Me. Good evening. So my name is Leslie Franco. I live at 5038 Birch Street, apartment 4-109, Montclair, California, 91763. Good evening, Mayor, City Council, Public Safety Officers, and neighbors. I'm here today to express my concerns. These concerns have to do with the safety of my community. I am a new resident to Montclair. I moved to your new development, the Village at Montclair, November 30th, 2025. Since then, I have experienced an unsafe community. We have had many different transients and homeless come to my first floor apartment, trying to open my glass door, pound on the glass door, and even expose themselves to me. I do not feel welcome in my new community. I would like to thank the Montclair PD because they do show up when I need help. At this point, I'm asking you, the city members, mayor, please hear us. You can hear my voice shaking. This is my new home. I shouldn't feel like this. Neither should my neighbors. We need to get the Montclair Station gate either locked or we need more patrol. I know this isn't gonna be something that's solved overnight, but please hear the shaking in my voice as I'm speaking. I wanna be safe where I live, and I wanna be welcomed where I live. I just need you to be aware of the situation, and I really hope that this can escalate and that Montclair Station gate can be locked and secured. The complex Village at Montclair has a public park. Yesterday, I saw an individual bathing in your public park at the fountain. I've just named a couple of incidents that have happened within the short time that I've been a resident here. At this point, the Village at Montclair has a security system with padlocks that have been installed in our electrical outlets because people were even stopping to charge there. Again, my request, and again, your help to please lock the gate at the Montclair Station. And just like how we have access to the inside of the complex with the key fob, the gate can also have that same installation, or please have that gate monitored. Make us feel safe in your community. I would like to one time maybe even become a home member here, but I need your help and I need you to make me feel safe. Thank you to the Montclair PD for always being helpful when we need help. But now, please, City Council, Mayor, help them as well. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Our next comment is from Donna Marchese. Sorry, Marchese.
That's okay. You're the closest of anybody yet. Okay. Hello, everyone. My My name is Donna Marchese, and I'm with Feral Cat Friends of Chino. I introduced myself to your city council on February 17th earlier this year, and I'm back again for a couple of requests from the city. First, I would like to make sure that all of your police officers know what TNR is and that we, along with other trappers, are out at night trying to catch feral cats. We don't have much else to do, I guess. That way, when a resident calls to report a suspicious person hanging around, or someone with a cage, or someone dropping off cats, your officers will know we are doing good for the community, and often at the request of ARC. We recently had the police called on one of our members returning a neutered cat in Chino. Residents called the police because they thought she was dumping cats. Neither of the officers knew what TNR was. And I have been at several city council meetings there, and why they don't know, I don't understand. We had one of our members working on Brook Street in Montclair followed. So she's worried about her safety now. She's an older Hispanic lady, so she likes to get her work feeding and trapping done earlier, which isn't always the best way to do it. Needless to say, this scared her a lot. Our members have had people threaten them and steal their traps. Some understanding of what we do and some protection from the police departments would be greatly appreciated. So if you could get your chief of police, whoever, when they have roll call, I assume it's like in the movies, tell them this is what TNR is. If they don't know, we'll be happy to explain. So it'd be nice so that people knew. And secondly, we could use some help finding some trappers in Montclair. Because of a recent ARC request, I helped a young woman who trapped in her area and is willing to help with more. But she's a woman with children and she's got limited time. This is the second request I've gotten to help trap in Montclair. So if the city has some way of reaching out to residents on social media, the sign here on City Hall, a city newsletter, something to ask trappers to identify themselves, that would be very helpful. I'd love to connect with them and see if we can work out a relationship so when you guys need help, we can help them help you. So that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, just a quick question of the speaker. Are you connected to Montclair Connects on Facebook at all, or any of the 3 Montclair pages?
I don't have time to sit on social media. I just had somebody that today asked me about it. Very little will you see me on social media. I just don't do that. I'm busy.
Would you mind if I posted your information on the page?
Yeah,
Okay,
please, be
all
my
right.
guest.
Thank
If
you.
we can get you some help, I'd love however they want to contact me. Okay? Thank you.
All right, thank you. City Manager Starr, regarding the first 2 speakers, can you look into it? Obviously, this is a new project in Montclair, and it's unsettling if this is indeed the case. And look into it, talk to the property owner management company, and see, if there are issues out there, how can we rectify those issues, or does that gate need to be closed for the meantime?
Yes, I will
Appreciate that,
certainly
City Manager
explore
Starr.
the issue in depth. As you know, we've already had code enforcement concentrate at the Trans Center in
Yeah.
relation to the number of homeless individuals that have been congregating there. As to the gate, it was our preference that it originally be installed as an electronic gate that would be access driven by something like a fob or a card. We will revisit that issue. I will talk to staff tomorrow about closing the gate until we can get that matter resolved. It would be an inconvenience to anybody who is living in the developments along the length of Arrow Highway who would want to use that gate to get to the transit center. But I think that the conditions that have been addressed today warrant that we take an examination and revisit the issue about turning that into an electronic gate.
Okay, I appreciate that too, and let's just make sure that these individuals get the message that's not the place to hang out, so. As far as the last speaker, if you wish to, the police chief is here in the audience. If you wish to talk to the police chief about your volunteers in the city of Montclair at night, perhaps there's some coordination could take place. I don't know, Chief, I'll let you decide that. So if you want to talk to the chief after the meeting, he is here. Okay, we're going to move on with the agenda then. And thank you for the folks, the first 2 speakers, for being here as well, and welcome to Montclair. So we're going to move on to the consent calendar of the meeting, and I'm going to ask my colleagues, I'm going to start on my right. Anybody want to pull anything on the right? And by the way, we do have This is a revised agenda, and item D2, which is regarding the tax rolls, has been added to the agenda. So, anybody on my right for consent calendar?
Mr. Mayor, I know that it's pretty much the whole consent calendar I'm going to pull 3 items.
Okay.
C like Charlie, 1 and 2,
Okay,
and D like David, number 1.
okay.
Just for quick questions.
All right, how about my left? Nothing? Nothing?
Can we just go ahead and finish that off with D2?
You want to do D2 too? All right. Supposed to be a short meeting tonight. Okay, I guess not. All right, so we'll begin with item C1, and who wants to lead off with that? You, is that
Yeah, that
yours?
would be my item.
Okay.
Just a quick question regarding it says on page 5 of the staff report that the existing tools are on loan due to the existing frontline equipment being out of service due to catastrophic failure. So I wanted to know who are we loaning the items from, and are we being charged a use for those items?
I believe that, well, if I'm incorrect, then I would ask the chief to come up and correct me on that, but I believe that typically in situations like this, if we are looking at acquiring equipment, the vendor often loans us the equipment at no charge for our use, and that would be the case here. If not, then Ryan will correct that.
Good evening, council, city staff. Yes, in regards to that question, typically when we have a tool that is broken, the vendor will provide us with a loaner in the interim until the repair is made.
No charge, correct?
They do charge us as part of the repair, so
Well, for the loan too?
not for the loan.
Okay. That's it. Appreciate that. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Ed.
Okay, anybody else? If not, we'll go to item C2.
This is regarding the cell phone tower on Freedom Plaza. The additional $500 a month rent increase, who was the proposing party for that rent increase? Was it us, the city, or was it the entity that we're re-entering into the contract with?
Well, these items are typically negotiated by staff, particularly when a lease is prepared to expire. Staff anticipates adjustments. If there were factors in the existing agreement related to annual CPI adjustments, then we would normally continue with that process.
It just seems a little steep for $500 extra a month.
Well, the vendor is certainly agreeable to it.
Yeah, but
And frankly, my position would be that the vendor should be required to make improvements to Freedom Plaza. So I think that this is actually a cheaper route for the vendor.
so are we then going to use the additional $500 to improve the plaza ourselves?
Yes, the money is accrued for that purpose.
Okay, then I'm fine with it. All right, thank you for the explanation.
And then, and with the extended area, Ed, when I talk to staff, the maintenance will remain the same. They have to, the
Yes.
maintenance of they have to replace the M after a certain time, put a new M up there, make it look shiny and all that. That still remains in effect.
Yes, in fact, it is due.
It's due. Thank you.
You mentioned the plaza itself. Are we talking about the monument that's there as well will be addressed, and the bronze
Yes.
plaque and all that?
So a lot of that has already been demolished and no longer exists. But yes, we would be developing alternative
A new
plans
one.
for what can be utilized, what should be done at that site.
Right, and you also got money from SBCTA, am I correct, as part of the,
Yes, yeah, they did give us some money, not enough to restore the property, but yes.
All righty, thank you.
and then the next item will be D1.
Simple question regarding the logo. I know that we have 2 logos going on that we use kind of back and forth. What is the intended logo? Which version of our logo will be used for adding our city name to the conglomerate of cities supporting or
So
being,
if you-
being a part of this entity?
So if you look at the screen and see the one that is on the dais in front of the mayor, that would be the logo.
So not the circular one.
Well, no, typically this is what we use without the circle these days.
Okay, all right, that was it.
The
Thank
M
you, Mr.
one,
Mayor.
yeah. I think the circular one you use on documents, if I'm correct, certain documents, but, of course, we have another logo over here for the 70th anniversary, so. Looks really nice, I like it,
I
I
like
like
it
that
as
logo
well.
there. Okay, lastly, D2, the added item.
Yeah, just I didn't get to read this until yesterday, so I just had a couple of questions regarding in the background about getting rejected. Um, Is this a new requirement that they have, or did something change, and is that why it was rejected?
County claims that it's always been on record that they would have to be compensated for collection of fees, taxes, which is the case. That is true, but they had never required it as far as agencies knew in relation to community facility districts. This is not just Montclair. This is across the county. Any agency that had a community facility district was not collecting a fee to provide compensation to the county for oversight or its collection role, but the county has now advised all of the agencies that they need to correct that, go back and fix it in their various contracts and make certain that the county is compensated accordingly.
So then, for 26, 27 fiscal year, obviously, we're going to have to send out letters to each property owner, but will we be submitting the request for the next year and to be able to get that to where the county does that for us?
No, once this change is made to the agreements, it's permanent. We don't need to go back to the,
Oh, okay.
every year and redo it.
Oh, okay, good. All right, that was all I had.
Yeah, and I believe I was looking at an agenda from another city, and the same issue was on their agenda as well, so it's just not us. So, can't blame, can't blame staff. All right, so we have the consent calendar in front of us. Can I get a motion for approval?
Mr. Mayor, I move adoption of the consent calendar as presented.
I will second that.
I think I heard, I'll give it to Councilmember Rue, and let's do the electronic vote. And then we'll vote. That's adopted unanimously. And now we will go to communications. I believe the chief is not here right now, but obviously we all know tomorrow night is National Night Out. And what time should the council be there, maybe, Marcia? There's a certain time that the program will start.
Right, the blood drive will start earlier.
Okay.
I mean, it'll be late afternoon, early into the early evening, so I think that goes from 4 to 8.
Okay.
And the movie will be Little Rascals.
Okay.
And that is scheduled to start, I believe, at, I think they'll start about 7:45 when it gets darker.
Okay. All right.
So there will be lots of different vendors,
Good.
food
Okay.
vendors.
All right, so
6:30 tomorrow?
6:30 is probably a good time to show up tomorrow.
Yes.
All right, very good. Next, I'll go to the city attorney.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have some items that I'd like the council to meet in closed session over, but with some revisions to what's on your agenda. Number one, there's only one potential case. Number two, I'm just pulling it completely. And then number three are the three pending litigation matters: Fuentes Garcia versus Lopez, Ibanez versus Montclair, and, thank you. I don't have the updated agenda, so
It
I
shows
apologize.
Montclair versus SBCTA is a third
Yes.
item, and there's a fourth
Serene.
item, Serene versus Montclair.
Yes.
So you have four
Thank
items
you.
then. Okay.
Right. I don't, and then the fourth item is to meet in closed session regarding labor negotiations.
Okay, thank you. City manager.
Mr. Mayor, staff, City Council, just to emphasize again on the issue related to the gate at the Trans Center between the Village Partner Project and the Trans Center. Staff has been looking at different improvements to the Transit Center in relation to monies we did receive from the federal government through the Community Facilities Program, and we will add that to the list and look at making contact with a vendor to see about retrofitting that gate. And then establishing some sort of a card program or fob program that anybody who wants to use that gate would have to register for that card and then go through that process.
That's probably the best. I mean, I can't say anything right now, but that's probably a good idea. But thank you. All right. Nothing else, Mr. City Manager? If not, I just want to announce here in the month of August, obviously on August 14, it's VG Day, the surrender of Japan in World War II. And then August 26th is Women's Equality Day. Just want to announce also that last Friday I attended a housing conference, focused on more on affordable housing. That was done by the BIA and National Corps, and that was held at the Ontario Convention Center. And finally, I just want to state that not only is Tuesday National Night Out, but then the next day is the first day of school, and I know all of our children, students in Montclair, from pre-kindergarten all the way to high school, and of course, we also have students who will be going on to college and trade schools and elsewhere. So just want to recognize our young Montclair family. So I will begin with Councilmember Martinez for council communication.
I have nothing tonight,
Thank you. Councilmember
Mendez?
Mendez.
Thank you. Just one thing.
All right.
It's been very warm out there, so just if everybody would drink, lots of water and liquids. Just Marcia, I know in the past we've done like cooling stations when it gets extremely hot. I know it hasn't been 110 or anything, but
It's been open the last 2 Sundays.
oh, we have.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I apologize if I call Councilmember Martinez. It's actually Mayor Pro Tem Martinez. And we'll go to Councilmember Lopez.
The only item that I had before me, and I'm trying to find it because they sent it to me digitally, I'd like for us, if we could, to adjourn in memory of Oscar Banuelos, who was a resident of our town. I'm trying to find the date that he passed. He was a longtime, his profession was, he was a longtime bartender here in the city. At first it was Don Jose, then it was Rodrigo's. He started relatively young in his teens working there, and just had his recent 40th birthday and unfortunately passed. He leaves behind his wife and 2 young kids. They were residents, or he was a resident on Rosewood Street. If we could adjourn in his memory, it'd be appreciated, and then I will send get the family information to the city clerk so a certificate can be sent on our behalf. But I would like to at least send our, yep, just found it. Gosh, it popped up. Thank God it popped up. He actually passed away June 28th. They just recently had his service a couple weeks ago. But Oscar Banuelos Escoval, sorry, I will get the proper name to the city clerk. But if we could adjourn in his memory, it'd be greatly appreciated in honor of one of our residents.
Thank you. Councilmember Rue.
Yes, I too attended the conference at the Ontario Convention Center on housing. A lot of good information and data was provided, and it was something that I think really was worth my day to go. I was there in many, many capacities, and I encourage them to do this again. In our local news, not just our news, but throughout Southern California, we have seen where the FBI is doing some investigations into different political entities and people. And I've had people ask me questions, and I've said, I don't know anything, which I don't, other than what I see in the newspaper. And I remind them that we live in a legal system where everyone is innocent until proven guilty in court. That's our system. I said, no one's been charged. We don't know what's going on. We only know what we read in the newspaper. And so I hope everybody keeps in mind that no matter what, we are all innocent until proven guilty. And then I do want to make more of a personal milestone issue. I grew up in this city, went to Ontario Montclair schools, and my sister, Mindy, just retired from teaching in the Ontario Montclair schools. The bulk of her time was in Montclair, and she put in 41 years as a teacher. And she just said she loved teaching in OMSD. She thought it was a great district, and she intends to continue to do some type of service back with the district. So for those people who look at our education system, understand there are teachers who will serve 30 and 40 years. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, we have committee minutes in the agenda, and we're going to head towards closed session. Thank you.